for the Kiwis tonight. A couple of years ago, they belted us in Brisbane in this corresponding match. They looked to be younger, quicker, against an ageing Australian side. But last year lost 4 times to the Kangaroos. 4 times in 1 year. A combined score of something like 90 points to 22. Unimaginable. And they've reacted quickly because there've been 8 changes since that team that was beaten in the Four Nations final last November. Some great experience and some quality coming back into the team. And it's important in a World Cup year. They need to use this game as a springboard into their challenge at season's end.
And there's been plenty of conversation about the fact they bring in a Warriors club 1, 6, 7 and 9. And that has to be of huge importance. Kieran Foran, not long back into the game, but boy, he's made an impression. When we talk about the influence he can have on Sean Johnson, well, I think it's the same with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. But the way that Kieran Foran plays straight and takes the team forward with him, that draws Tuivasa-Sheck up into the game as well. And if that man can find some free space, it can cause all sorts of problems.
They've won only one of their last 7 test matches against all comers, but they'll be desperately keen to win this one. They've lost 16 of their last 17 mid-season tests, which is what we're about to watch here tonight.
Stay behind.
There's Packer. So New Zealand, they kick off. The Anzac test underway, kicking down to the southern end, and Clemmer comes back really hard. Very strong run, inspirational from Clemmer in the opening carry of the night. And now for Ferguson, who, as I said, won the Sunderland medal in the Four Nations last year. Andrew Fafita now, taking it out on the 3rd play beyond the 30-metre line. He'll play it back to Smith, and Smith will take it ahead. Takes it ahead himself. I thought he was going to give it to Clemmer for his 2nd run on the opening set. They're getting towards the middle of the ground, and Cordner chopping back in towards the back of the ruck, looking for somebody a little bit lazy might be in there, but not at this stage of the night. And Cronk goes high, and he lost it in the lights or something, Tuivasa-Sheck, and it came down to Watene Zelezniak. His 3rd test match. Bellon, the Penrith wing 3/4. Now Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, who played the ball on the 10-metre line. Part of the spine that has grabbed a lot of attention. And certainly it would have been, I would think, a major talking point with the Kangaroos. Let's not take them lightly. Luke, Foran, Johnson, Tuivasa-Sheck. You've got a pretty good team out there. Built around them, and here's Taumalolo with what appears to be a long sleeve jumper, but it's just the under singlet that's got the long sleeve.
That was a really good set defensively from Australia, forcing the Kiwis to kick on their own 35. Now Valentine Holmes' first touch looked dangerous. He's lost it.
So scrum's going to form. Kiwis coming in to congratulate those that were involved in forcing the mistake from the Australians, from Valentine Holmes. And the scrum will pack 40 metres out from the Kangaroos line.
Yeah, just looking at the positional makeup of the Kiwis team, because both wingers Jordan Rapana and Dallin Watene Zelezniak play on the right wing for their club teams. It's Zelezniak that's gone across to the left side. And he won't partner his club partner Dean Farre on the right side of the field. So Dean Farre will play with Jordan Rapana, and Jordan Kahu will partner DWZ on the other side of the field.
That's Farre with the ball now. Another member of the Panthers side. And Johnson sweeps it. Oh, gee, that opened up the rib cage of Kahu. And accepting the invitation was Dugan. Now it's with Mannering, one of those other captains that New Zealand have had in the same side here tonight. Bromwich then, along the line to Packer. He's 25 metres out from the Kangaroos line. A long ball, and it's gone back on the inside from Johnson to Taumalolo. We're coming to you from Canberra tonight, the nation's capital. And it's the Kiwis on the attack as Foran comes around. Tuivasa-Sheck puts a little kick in. Boyd's got it covered.
Watch the ball for me, boys.
Come out to the 20. Keep in mind, there are no 7 tackles in international football. So there's a few rules, actually, that I'll take you through as we go through the night. But this is one of them. This is only a 6-tackle set.
Yeah, it's still a poor kick there from Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. A bit of adrenaline in that one still. Possibly as Chambers takes the ball forward. Really let the pressure off with Australia now coming out for Boyd corner. Hit hard.
Proctor.
Kevin Proctor.
Beautiful hit by Proctor. And backed up by Johnson. Now for Trent Merrin. And he'll play the ball in middle ground. Playing it to Cameron Smith. And now away to Clemmer, and Clemmer to Thurston. Thurston away to Cronk. It's gone on to Dugan. And there's a copybook tackle over there. Johnny Raper would have been proud of that one from Jordan Kahu. It's straight out of the Raper manual, actually. And now the ball has been rolled over the sideline on the eastern side. Live and exclusive, the test match. The Anzac test match between the Kiwis and the Kangaroos. This is the Proctor hit. It brought a groan from Cordner and an equal groan from P. Sterling and R. Warren, I can assure you. And then the tackle from Kahu. That was once upon a time the way to tackle. That was the way the coaches all told you how to tackle. So the Kiwis then bring it out from the 10. Conditions, needless to say, a little bit cold, but Darren Lockyer is on the spot.
It's actually not too bad for Canberra, eh? It's almost perfect. There's no breeze. The temperature's good. Just the grass has got a little bit of water on it, which might make the ball slippery at times.
Johnson in his 21st test match, and then a big fend from Rapana as he steps off blades of grass that he well knows. And he'll play the ball about 35 out from the line. Jordan Rapana, equal leading try scorer in the NRL. Bromwich away on the side of the ruck, and then it's gone away to Mannering after Foran had a touch of the ball. Now they're 15 out on the eastern side, coming back to the middle. Foran kicks, right foot, and going down towards Chambers, and he's able to mark it and bring it down. No tackling mid-air in this set of rules, which are the international set. You can't tackle a defending catcher in our rules, but this one comes across the board.
Oh, they looked dangerous in that last set. New Zealand side, Sean Johnson found a bit of space down a short blind side, and then Jordan Rapana coming in field off that. David Clemmer now tackled 25 metres out in the middle of the field in front of his own posts. Fafita takes it forward.
Andrew Fafita back at test level after being denied a Four Nations trip at the end of the season last year after winning the competition. And here's DWZ as Gus calls him, and he ran into a brick wall called Josh Dugan with a bit of help from a bloke called Matt Gillett. Faray now. The test match there. Sorting a few things out here. It's been probably exemplified by the ferociousness of the collisions. And here's another one. Gillett on Packer. Russell plays the ball. A scoop then by Luke. He had Foran with him, and Foran looked around for Luke. Couldn't get the ball away. 38. Down the middle. Here is Johnson. Johnson's inside 20. And he throws a flick pass and hopes. Rapana's got the ball. That's too big.
Watch the ball for me, boys. Watch the ball.
Well, when you see Johnson do those sort of things, it reminds you of that match in 2014 when he carved us apart.
Well, he's had space on a couple of times now, Sean Johnson, and it's courtesy of his forwards who rumbled forward across the advantage line there very, very capably. They really bent Australia back in that set of 6.
So Holmes, Valentine playing the ball near the middle. Dugan almost got through some pretty ordinary defence on the edge of the ruck. And Cameron Smith now comes back to Trent Merrin. He's one of the players that Mal Meninga stayed with. Club form, he'll tell you himself, his club form might have been down a little bit, but Meninga tried to stick with those fellows that did him and Australia proud back in 2016. Now Foran has to go quick. Foran's going to be trapped. Line dropout time.
Well, there's the difference. New Zealand have been down the other end on 2 occasions and kicked the ball dead. Australia get down here, they get the kick right and they maintain the pressure. Lovely little dink there from Cooper Cronk, and the chase is excellent, involving the kicker.
Foran himself, in fact, the 6 and the 7 in their 21st Test matches. Mal Meninga back in the coach's box. Michael Hagan alongside.
Time your run, fellas.
It was a brilliant kick. You probably would have anticipated a crossfield bomb, but he saw the opportunity, poked it in behind the line, and Australia can come back again.
Fafita running off Thurston. Mannering comes out of the line to take Fafita to ground. We're just 30 metres away from the Kiwis line now. And it's David Klemmer. Keeping in mind that a couple of our recognised props are out of the game, so we're a little bit light on there, but Klemmer and his associate there, Andrew Fafita, getting through plenty of work early. There's Klemmer going to Fafita, then to Thurston, now to Cordner. Cordner brushes away from Faray, goes back to the middle, and he's pulled down over the top by Taumalolo and underneath by Packer. And Smith goes across with a pass that finds Fafita, able to get it away, and Dugan shrugs away from the tackle over there of Watene Zelezniak. It's come back to Gillett. Gillett's trying to free himself, and he's put down eventually by Jesse Bromwich. 9 out. Australia attacking strong. Out from Cronk. It's gone out to Thurston. It's gone across to Chambers. He flicks it to Boyd, and Boyd loses the ball behind him. Valentine put it on the toe, and it's forced in goal. Wow, Dean Faray forcing the ball, which I think was still alive, that ball, because it came out backwards from, I think, Boyd, and then I think it hit the boot of Valentine Holmes.
Nice play from Thurston. Cuts out Boyd, goes straight to Chambers. He tries to get the ball loose in behind. Dean Faray keeps his eyes on the ball and gets a handle on it, but it was a dangerous-looking play from the Kangaroos.
Yeah, it was alive, all right. That ball was there for Australia. Australia. And Dean Faray shut it down. So the line dropout coming down awkwardly and taken carefully by Darius Boyd. The ball now with Andrew Fafita. The play at about 12 metres in from the western side. That's where they are, just inside the 30-metre line. Thurston for Merrin. And Merrin is just outside the 20. They're working down the middle as they go across to Klemmer. He takes it up and invites the defence in. Takes a couple to ground with him. Bromwich and Mannering. Now they go over to the blind side that's stacked, and Dugan is with the ball. They marked up there, the Kiwis. It was a blind side raid with plenty of talent in it, I can assure you. Here is Smith, now Thurston, run around Cordner, on to Chambers. Chambers has taken 9 out. 5 gone then against the Kangaroos. Holmes dummy half, Thurston to kick. Across the ground, look at Dugan fly high and bring the ball down. Boy, oh boy, this is not over and done with, but heavens above, didn't he get high? Josh Dugan.
Well, he nearly did hit the heavens above. One of those kicks that are really difficult to defend.
Kick chase is onside.
And the man with the momentum has the advantage, and it's Josh Dugan. All he has to do is put the football down.
Josh Dugan's taken possession of the ball cleanly and grounds the ball in the end goal. Have a decision and going to the board.
Well, it's going to be a try. Josh Dugan, the astronaut, and 4 points Australia. Well, it took all their prowess, but then it was Josh Dugan, the centre, and flying so high. The things they are doing in this game today, quite amazing. 4-0 then in favour of Australia. The try at the 11th minute, and Thurston puts it between the sticks, and Australia lead 4-0 now after 13 minutes. Darren Lockyer, a comment sideline.
Yeah, well executed play. I mean, this kick is designed to be away from the winger and the fullback and landed on the head of the centre, and that's exactly what Thurston did. Dugan had plenty of work to do. That's a great take. But a well executed try on the Harvey Norman replay. First advantage to Australia.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to defend that because you're standing flat-footed, and the men chasing have that advantage. Really good pressure built there. A couple of line drop out.
Oh, an awful mistake there from Andrew Fafita.
I'll knock on both ways here in New Zealand feed.
So here's a chance for the Kiwis to level up pretty quickly.
Well, how many times would Andrew Fafita hit the ball up from a kick-off in a season? And the one time you take it for granted, you spill your lollies. Look at that. How many times at training and in games would he take that ball without even thinking about it?
Look to get his hands in a really awkward position to take that. They didn't allow it to come into the body, and here we go for New Zealand.
So Johnson going across, drifting across here at Canberra, and picking up Jordan Rapana, who knows something about the place. Now for Isaac Luke. And he'll play the ball, as you can see, pretty close to the try line, down at the southern end of this ground. Here they come away to Proctor, and Proctor, he was taken low by Cordner. He's going to play the ball, as you can see, in the face of the uprights. It's gone to Packer. And Russell will play the ball, held in an upright tackle by 4 of the Kangaroos. Luke it is now, who spears it away. There's a chance. Oh, gee, that was magnificent defence over there by Gillett. I thought he was through for him. Here's Johnson grubbing for Proctor. Battered dead there by Thurston. Kiwis will be coming again in just a moment.
And I think it's important for Kiwis' confidence that they hit back quickly. The last thing you want to be doing is giving this Kangaroos team a head start, because they're great front runners. They've got such wonderful defence. The Kiwis have got to take advantage of this good field position. That man there has got to conjure up some points.
Time your run, fellas.
6-0 Australia. You just joined us live and exclusive on 9. The Anzac Test match. Ball coming back with Watene Zelezniak, and he brings it back so hard to the 30-metre line. He just brings the ball back without fear or favour for anybody, including himself.
Love him.
So do Foran across, Johnson on, and Tuivasa-Sheck joins in, chance Rapana, but he's down. Put down by Valentine Holmes and Will Chambers. Beautiful pickup from Johnson. Now Taumalolo, and they lift him. But
We made a chase of it. As you point out, Ferguson, too much head start. The big long strides get him there. Australia scored their second.
Well, there he is, the try scorer, taking Australia to a 10-0 lead, Blake Ferguson.
So these really experienced outside backs, they just know that when the ball player digs so far into the line, you watch how Johnson goes right to the line. When he goes right to the defence like that, they know that he's either got to go out the back or go long. And Ferguson read it perfectly. If you want to go long, you've got to go early. If you dig into the line like that, you're not going to get past experienced wingers like Blake Ferguson. And he knew that as soon as Johnson got towards that green and goal line, that if he passes this, it's mine. It won't get to my winger.
Interesting to note, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, he wasn't going to catch Ferguson, but he kept a straight line down around about the 10-metre line to make sure that Thurston has got this rather angular kick.
Yeah, they've defended really well that right side, Australia, from Gillette out. They had plenty thrown at them as Thurston. Bang. Straight through. Darren Lockyer.
It was also very good work by Cooper Cronk.
Now Meninga quite relaxed, but it could have well been that we were about to watch the first of the Kiwi tries.
He made sure that carried. Did Andrew Fafita coming back. Keen to see now how New Zealand react to that. Back on their heels. Had a great opportunity. All of a sudden they look at the scoreboard and it's 12-0. Really got to dig into this.
Here's Merrin playing it for Cameron Smith, and he kicks out a dummy half with the left foot bouncing down towards the try line. In fact, Tuivasa-Sheck, I think he was tempted to let it go. He didn't have any rear vision mirror, so he took it and then took the tackle of his opposite number one, Darius Boyd. And this fellow is an amazing athlete. Bloke's much bigger than him, but he just runs at 100 miles an hour all the time.
He just does that so well, does Cameron Smith, whether it's for Melbourne, Queensland or Australia. He'll kick after points early in the count, get the ball down the other end, keep the pressure on. And now New Zealand coming off their own line again. Well, that does the good work.
It's against, I think it was Josh Dugan, the offender.
Well, they needed that, the Kiwis, because they weren't going anywhere. The Australians with the early kick had got down there and bustled them.
So the Kiwis kicking over into the Eastern Grandstand, named in honour of Gregan and Larkham. Graced the turf on many occasions. So this is Bromwich playing it down on the 30-metre line. Here's Packer. Russell Packer. And that's a pretty sloppy old play, the ball. Here's Taumalolo. Big and strong. Joint Dally M winner. And then Foran getting it away to Packer. So the Kiwis on the attack. Foran again shows it. Oh, got away from the tackle or the attempt from Cameron Smith. 5 gone then, played by Foran. Propped around a decoy. Johnson puts a kick in, and he has to put it dead. Holmes. And Matt Checken in charge of this game. Takes them back for a line dropout.
For New Zealand, it's important that the scoreboard doesn't get into their heads. You know, if they just stay calm and collected, one try was a kick, the other try was an intercept. Okay, well, we haven't missed tackles to concede tries, so our defence is good.
Okay, mate.
They can't start trying to play catch up this early in the game. They've just got to grind their way back into it.
Play the balls in the opposition 20. 11 New Zealand, 7 Australia. You're watching the Anzac Test match from Canberra's GIO Stadium. 28 metres out from the line, taken ahead by Bromwich, the captain. Taumalolo then with a charge. Pulled down by Smith and Clemmer. And here's a penalty again. Penalty again going to the Kiwis.
Well, they've got a couple of good leaders out there to maintain their patience. Jesse Bromwich, Kieran Foran.
So here we are, 10-metre line, you can see. And then Foran goes with a dummy one way, and then he uses Bromwich on his outside. Bromwich held by Clemmer. Big bear hug there. Penalty. Hand on the ball. So the Kiwis another chance. Leading 12-0 Australia. More than a quarter of the way through the game. Here it comes from Luke, out to Foran, out it comes now Johnson. Ball has gone to Faray, and now it's back on the inside. And put down is the big winger, Rapana. With the Kiwis on the attack. Can they find points? Johnson away to Taumalolo now in the middle. Jason, a couple of metres out from the pads. Isaac Luke, the dummy half. Over it goes to Foran. Out it goes the back to Avazicek. And then a crunching tackle over there on Jordan Kahu. Close to the line. They're 5 metres away. They come back and they're 12 away. And it's Russell Packer. Last tackle now. It's with Johnson, and he's got Proctor chasing. I don't know whether they'll get it back, though, Australia. It's another line dropout.
Yeah, good pressure from the Kiwis, but wonderful defence by the Australians. And I mean, really classy defence. They're reading the opposition's plays. They're all moving together as one. A couple of replacements now for Fida and Clemmer leave the field. Looks like Trebojevic is on. And I'd imagine Frizzell or Thaiday is out there, just trying to see which one has gone on.
Yeah, I think Thaiday's out there. Adam Blair has gone on for New Zealand as well, with Packer leaving the field. Really think New Zealand have got to try to come up with something more than just setting up for those sweeps. They try and play around Australia, and I think they're going to have a lot of joy in what we've seen so far.
So Cameron Smith with the line dropout that sits up nicely eventually for Foran. And here's the captain bringing it back. Bromwich, his brother, a bench player in this game, and now for Blair with the hair flying in the breeze. 25 metres out then, and Luke goes over, finds Taumalolo and bulldozes his way down. 12 metres out from the Australian line. So then from Luke, it's gone on to Foran. It's gone behind Mannering. It's gone away there for Avazicek.
He's over, but held up.
Up on tackle 4.
Held up in goal. So it was on the third tackle. They'll go to the fourth play now, 10 metres back.
He's an outstanding defender, Matt Gillette. This is Cooper Cron. Watch him get in under there just to make sure he couldn't get that ball down. He's come from 2 defenders away just in case he was needed. And he was the one that got underneath the ball there to hold it up.
So this is Simon Mannering, one of the captains in this side, former captains, and then it's batted on by the 7, Johnson. It's gone forward. I think I heard a whistle. It did.
Ready, mark.
The Chechen has ordered turnover, and Rapana went sailing into the in goal, but Johnson's bat out there goes forward. So Sam Thaiday then, bringing the ball out to the 20-metre line. The Anzac Test match then from Canberra. Trebojevic, Jake Trebojevic, put down a solid hit then, and now Frizzell takes it out to the 40-metre line. There's Jake. Now it's gone away to Matt Gillett, who played the ball 4 or 5 metres into black and white territory, the Kiwis. Here's Trebojevic again. He's a real goer, this kid. And now the ball stabbed down into the corner, occupied by Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, and they pick him up and walk him. Well, he wasn't walking, actually his legs were dangling. And now it's with Jordan Kahu in those conspicuous pink boots.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen Cooper Cronk from 30 metres out, happy just to try and find touch. That occasion he didn't. Just backing their defence to force an error. Keep New Zealand at this end of the field. Jordan Rapana off his right wing, coming in to help out. Marty Tapau into the action as well.
I'm just wondering to myself what some of the old-time footballers would be thinking of those boots. And Jordan Rapana, pink with white soles. A couple of the old fellas listen to be saying, should be barred. As the kick goes high off the boot of Shawn, taken then by Valentine. So Holmes will play the ball just outside the 20-metre line. He's got a pair of the same boots on, I think. Oh, that's hard. And Chambers, it is with the ball. Might have lifted a leg a little bit higher than normal. Blake Ferguson's done well. Not only has he got a try, that was a good run. Dugan at the 12th, Ferguson at the 17th. Now, Friday. He's gone straight through, Sam. 10 metres out from the line. Good run on fresh legs, and here's a real chance. Yeah, he's over to score, William Chambers. Well, that came off the back of a strong run by Sam Friday.
Yeah, really poor read by New Zealand to play before. That allowed Sam Friday to go through. Pushes off Kevin Proctor on the Harvey Norman replay. Dean Farre, who'd raced in, got back quickly, but not quickly enough, and in complete disarray, Will Chambers. Pretty easy one, that one.
Well, there's the two men that paved the way for the try. The big run by Sam Thaiday just going off your screen, and of course this man, Will Chambers, completing the work.
Australia have a real habit, after a very strong defensive period, of striking back while their opposition feel a little bit disappointed. The Kiwis had a mountain of ball down the other end of the field, couldn't score a try, and Australia come out of that great defensive work and all of a sudden put an attacking set of six again in from their own end of the field and come up with points.
So Thurston has got the kicking boot on tonight, and Darren Lockyer on the sideline.
They just watched this pass from Cameron Smith. He was the guy that got it out to Sam Thaiday. He comes out, he just a little bit of double pump there, and that brings in three defenders there. Comes in off his line, and then Sam gets on the outside of Proctor. And he's very good at quick play of the ball, Sam. He understands, hold the ball, get up and play it, and the desperation from Tamalolo wasn't there. He was never onside. And Chambers, well, he pretty much went over the line where the Kiwis were. Poor defence, but nice work from the Kangaroos.
Time you run!
Darren Lockyer on the sideline. I well remember his maiden test match. I think it was out at North Harbour against the Kiwis. The young number one on that occasion.
It was a wet night.
And talking about Lockyer and the man just passing the ball there to Trbojevic, Cameron Smith. 815 players have represented in the green and gold, only 2.
Hits Gillett. Gillett's away. He's got 10 to go. Defence comes in. Pass, was it okay? Ferguson puts the ball down. Officialdom is saying it's okay with Ferguson. I was worried about the pass. But that they really can't rule on. They've got to call it back before this stage.
Confirm he touches touching line,
They're saying
mate,
no try. And the touch judge stood on the sideline in goal where I thought he was saying it's okay. So let's have a look at it now. This is what the bunker is seeing. Ferguson.
I thought the pass was suspect, Ray.
Oh, I did too.
But we're not going to that. I don't think any of the officials were in a position to call on the pass.
Well, that looks okay from a rearward view.
Yeah, he's hit the ground well before the line, and his knees come up. Whether his elbow, that right elbow, was on the line, maybe before.
We can see the screen on the left shows that the right arm of the ball carrier is now touching the touchline, and the screen on the right shows that the ball is still short of the goal line.
Okay.
Therefore, he's gone into touch. Have a decision and going to the board.
Yeah, good call by the touch judge, because he hit the ground early. He never got to the try line as he fell. He had to slide a little bit, and his right elbow has just hit the sideline.
Russell, have you pressed the
Good
button,
save by Dallin Watene-Zelezniak.
So no try
No
is
try
the
for
order.
the scrum here, tackle for.
He's had a storming start as Matt Gillett.
Just watch, if we go that far, just watch where the touch judge stands here after the try. Everything they've seen is absolutely the way it happened. But then the touch judge stood on the in-goal touch line. And I was always of the opinion that when they do that, they're saying it's okay. But somebody tipped to the referee that he'd taken the chalk before the corner post.
Yeah, I think he only went into the in-goal because the referee couldn't hear him for all the noise around him. So he got a little bit closer to tell him that it was a no try and to check it.
Okay. Okay, I'll cop that. But when I saw him standing in the in-goal or on the touchline in-goal, I thought, no, he's okay with it. They'll give this. Now it's with Darius Boyd.
They've got a huge mountain to climb, New Zealand, but that would have been game over. They go 22, possibly 24 in front. Holmes now going centre field. Put in a good low tackle there. Isaac Luke driving.
So Ferguson scored a try at the 17th minute. Just had one disallowed. It was a good run, though, wasn't it? Down the right side from Matt Gillett. Really, he's blossomed into a wonderful footballer. Thurston goes back in for Boyd, and Boyd has his legs taken from him by Proctor. And now Cameron probes, then puts a left foot kick on it. Awful thing to try and pick up. It's with Roger Tuivasa. Shaq, and he's back. And hit by Thurston, and he was clamped over the top by Smith. So here's Rapana now.
What about Jonathan Thurston? What's this, his first game in a month or something after tearing a calf muscle? So he just comes back after a month out of the game into a test match.
So this is Farre on his own 20-metre line, and Martin Tapau playing in his 16th test match, I think it is, from memory. Yet to register a try. Johnson striding out. Rapana tried to get a kick on it, and the referee is going to order a turnover.
Shaun Johnson has become a very, very dangerous tackle 5 player. Tackle 5 is his tackle, particularly if he gets an opportunity to run and then kick, or run and then pass.
You mean to just use this?
Sometimes if you go up trying to force him to kick, you force him to run. Smith goes up, makes him not kick. Now he's all of a sudden got some space down the edges.
He's still talking a lot, Shaun Johnson. It's a good attribute. You might be down 18-0, but he's still talking, trying to keep the enthusiastic or the enthusiasm in the team.
Yeah, I'm still not quite sure whether that's the place to hand the football over in that position. Rapana was going nowhere.
Frizzell.
And that's only the 3rd tackle against the Australians.
And they're right in the middle of the ground, and they're going over the 20-metre line, and Boyd comes in, floats a ball away to Ferguson. Ferguson playing it back to Dugan. Now to Cronk. Is it along the line to Smith, and that's gone all over the place. Thurston took it, and then Cordner got the ball to Chambers. He's looking to get rid of it again, but he's going to be playing the ball 12 out from the line. He's developed into a very strong centre, Will Chambers. Thurston then, ball came back. It's a try for Australia, I believe. Scored by Tyson Frizzell, is it? Yes, Tyson Frizzell.
Yeah, kick that's jumped into the goalpost here. The big pads on the goalpost. Thurston. A little bit of a deflection, but that's what he was aiming at, and exactly the result that he wanted. Harvey Norman replay. Australia get their 4th.
Well, here's our try scorer, Tyson Frizzell from the St George Illawarra club. And a strong runner of the football. Led the side last weekend, I fancy.
He did. So he's showing leadership on and off the field. Burst into Origin last year. He'll never forget the chase that he came up with on a runaway Dane Gagai. He's really blossoming as Tyson Frizzell now, a fully fledged representative player. And 24-0. Well, that's a huge first half from the Australians, who weathered an early storm but are now in complete control.
So 36 minutes of the test match, the mid-season or Anzac test match, and Jonathan Thurston converts. So Australia 24, New Zealand 0, and Darren Lockyer on the sideline tonight.
This is a great example of Jonathan Thurston, what he's all about. He's always thinking compete and attack. There he gets that tip on away under pressure, which gives Chambers the chance to get the quick play of the ball and then come back. And as Gus said, he was aiming for that little deflection from Mannering, but he's just always a threat every time he's got the football.
This is Trebojevic. Gee, that was a heavy tackle there by Adam Blair, the Kiwi. And this looks like Frizzell again with the ball. 30 metres out, Gus.
Yeah, they're not finished yet, Australia. They still think there's time for another one.
Friday.
They're ruthless when they get you down, the Aussies.
Check and said no,
Play
no,
when
no,
you
no.
can, Sammy. Come on. You know better than that.
He was playing for the penalty.
Yeah, it's not the academies. Good try, Sammy.
Well, they must score now, the Kiwis. They have to go into the sheds with something. 24-6 is still a long way behind, but they've got to get something to work off into the second half.
So Foran will work the scrum. You can see the 30-metre line behind the Aussies. And it's gone from Johnson. It's found Farah, and they take him to ground on the 30-metre line. Cordner combining with Thurston. Johnson a dummy half. Now for Tapau. And Martin will play the ball just outside the 20-metre line. Can they score before halftime? Oh, that looks forward to Blair.
That was forward.
They've let it go, and he'll play the ball in front of the uprights. 10 out. Foran to the line. Got it away to Taumalolo, and he bounces over and might have lost the ball. Jekin saw it that way and said, play on Trebojevic.
Well, yeah, but that's where they should be playing Taumalolo, out on the edge out there. They've been using him as a battering ram in the middle of the field. It's the first time he's gone over there in a real attacking position and got a good ball. He must have come down just short of the line, and it's bobbled out of his arm. There it is. He looks to reach, and over the top. Who was that? Gillett again.
And Cooper Cronk down low. When Taumalolo gets that close, he scores. But somehow the two Australian defenders worked out a way to deny.
Cordner now coming down a narrow blind side on the left of the ground, here on the western edge of the ground. And now Cronk puts a kick in that'll find touch. 15 away from the line, and we've got just under a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, well, they've got some thinking to do, the Kiwis, because they've had plenty of ball at the Australia's end of the field, and as much as they've had ball movement from left to right and right back to the left, it hasn't really troubled the Australians. Maybe that run from Jason Taumalolo could just open up a new line of thinking for them, because they've got to get him out on the edges. He's the most dangerous ball runner they've got. Just using him like a battering ram in the middle of the field, the Australians will swallow that up.
Gillaroos and Ferns follow this match. You'll see that match between the Gillaroos and the Ferns immediately after Australia and New Zealand here. 24-0 in favour of the Kangaroos. And Mannering playing it inside the 40-metre line. This is Tapau. Sort of halfway, about 5 metres short. Taumalolo gets those legs pumping and then hits the line. Now it's back to Johnson. Johnson away. Far away. went forward according to the
I think we
touch
have time,
judge.
boys.
There'll be no more, I wouldn't imagine. Both teams fairly keen to head for the half-time break, and that's the way it is. And a scoreline at half-time of 24-0, and 4 tries to the Kangaroos: Dugan, Ferguson, Chambers and Frizzell. Let's go down to Darren.
Well, Cam, you couldn't ask for a better 40 minutes, mate.
No, I don't think so, Lockie. We
young bloke, I think, will probably pocket the 10. And Darryl and Terry probably a meat pie and sauce. So the test match about to resume. We've seen a really, really good performance from the Australians.
Yeah, just before one of those tries, I was saying 815 players have represented in the green and gold. Only 2 of them played 50 tests or more. Cameron Smith playing 50 tonight, 34 in a row. And joining Clive Churchill in second position with the most number of caps as a skipper.
And a big cheerio to all the people involved in the City Country match up at Mudgee. I know they had a function earlier. Ken Sutcliffe, I think, was the compere. And I know many of them are watching this test match with interest up at Mudgee, where we will televise on Sunday the final edition of City Origin versus Country Origin. And here's Adam Blair with a full head of steam, taking it up to the 30-metre line. Play back to Isaac Luke. Here's Taumalolo, and look at the impact there, the collision with Gillett. But Jake Trebojevic was down around the leg. And now Johnson keeps it low and pushes it down towards the try line, where Valentine Holmes brings it away. He is met by that charging brick-like defence. And now for Ferguson. 24-0 at half-time. Australia scoring 4 tries.
From memory, I think that was the score in the final at half-time of the Four Nations in November. They went on to win 34-8, but I'm pretty sure they had 24-0 at half-time on that occasion.
I think you're absolutely right. Dugan got a couple of tries in that.
Oh, gee, if Sam Thaiday had have let that go, there was a 2-man overlap, and they weren't impressed on his outside as Cooper Cronk puts it straight down the throat of Jordan Rapana.
So Rapana working it back, and Cordner is waiting for him with Chambers. Both defending on the left side in the second half. This is Farre. Play back for Isaac Luke, and then joining in for him. Here is Mannering. He's 8 metres into the opposition territory. The high shot from the western side. To Powell. Foran now trying to get something going down the blind side, but he was hit very, very hard by Matt Gillett. And Johnson goes to the skies, and Thurston could have easily been pinched for running into the line of a New Zealand defender there, but such wasn't the case. Chambers gets rattled up. So, oh, this has got to be a penalty. Yeah. Jordan Rapana, he'd taken part in the defence. He was running back to his wing and got in the road of everything. And when you obstruct to that degree, you've got to be penalised. Yeah, so City Country, of course, at Mudgee at Glen Willow Park, up at Mudgee. Beautiful ground. It's arguably the best league ground in the country areas of New South Wales. Tyson Frizzell now just outside the 40-metre line, playing it for the captain on his 50th essay, and his 50th game, I should say. 9 short of Darren Lockyer's 59. Sam Thaiday trying to crash his way through. 25 out. Jumps over the fallen Taumalolo. Trump comes away to Boyd. Boyd holds it back, steps twice, off the right foot, got it away. Here's a try for Jake Trebojevic. Wow, that is some kind of a try.
Have a look at the final pass from Darius Boyd. It's sight unseen. He throws it, just knows that there's a support player there, and it's Jake Trebojevic, set up beautifully in the Harvey Norman replay by Cooper Cronk and Darius Boyd. Have a look at this final pass from Cronk. It is, I'm sorry. It's Cronk. And the momentum takes the young Manly forward over.
Well,
Well, Jake Trebojevic has just scored his second test try. The number 15 from Manly. The brothers Trebojevic. A couple of very good players in amongst that Manly unit that is getting better and better.
Yes.
Thurston, he got it. It only just got over, but he got it. Comment sideline from Darren.
Yeah, well, that try is a good example of when a decoy does his job well. You see here, Matt Gillett just runs a good outside in line. He holds up Kieran Foran, and that opens the gap up for Darius Boyd. And then it's just all trust. The team playing with confidence. Trebojevic gets his on his debut. Sorry, not on his debut, but he gets a try. First time for Australia. Well done.
Time it, thanks, fellas.
So 30-0 after 45 minutes of this mid-season test match. The Anzac Test. Frizzell bringing it back in a great rush, about 15 metres out, and here is Gillett, who's done some toiling out there. A lot of the work that Matt Gillett does may go unnoticed, but he's done some explosive stuff as well tonight. There he is.
I think he's just about been the best out there tonight so far, Ray. For what his role is, he's been perfect.
Trebojevic there and pushing it away out to the backs. Thurston just a couple of metres into New Zealand's territory. Australia looking for their 100th win against the Kiwis out of the 135 played, and it would seem a pretty safe bet that they're going to do it. 30 plays nothing. About 33 minutes of the match remaining. Here's Rapana. Knows there's no markers. He splits them, but the 10-metre line actually pulled him down. Frizzell and Smith. And this is Nicarima who's out there now. And the 16 is out there. That's Kenny Bromwich, and they're up to the 30-metre line. A little bit of spark from the Kiwis this time. And it's Blair. He's able to flick a pass out. Nicarima's there. Now it's back to Bromwich. Kenny again. And he'll play it 10 metres out from the Australian line. Playing it back to Nicarima. He's playing a dummy half, and here's the number 7 putting a kick in too deep.
Watch the ball, boys.
Too deep, and it has been a bit that way tonight by comparison with that facet of the game from the Australians.
Well, that's the way he started the first half, Sean Johnson, putting the ball dead, and you just can't do that at this level.
Please don't get me wrong, he's a wonderful player. You've got to be a wonderful player to reach the heights that he has, including, I think, a golden boot at one stage. Dugan, he felt the shoulder there of Packer.
Yeah, there's a head clash here, I think, Ray.
Tackle 3.
I think the other player was Packer.
I think so, mate. Thanks, mate.
Oh, yeah. Packer's melon got him flush on what appears to be the right cheekbone.
Well, he'd be the last bloke I want to clash heads with. Not that I want to clash heads with anyone, but if I had to rank them in order, he's the last one.
You've been clashing heads with me for God knows how long. You can't sit there on television and tell lies.
You've signed up for 5 years, buddy. 5 years. Geez, I'm happy.
Yeah, you just be careful about slinging arrows too, Ray. I've worked with you for a long time as well.
Anyway, Dugan, Josh is coming off. But look at that head on Packer. You wouldn't like to.
Yeah, I'm with Gus. Clash heads with
How
him.
many people in the world? 6 billion or 20 billion or something?
You have to run into him.
Yeah, he ranks last. I don't want to clash heads with him. I'll clash heads with anyone else.
Yeah, all right. So
Whenever you're ready.
here's Michael Morgan coming out in jumper number 14 for
Fellas, hold.
Australia.
And he's just slotting straight into right centre.
Trebojevic is linking the forwards with the backs over on that side of the ruck. Smith comes into dummy half for Cordman. Here's Thaiday, beaten by Blair and Mannering. Packer. Thurston now shapes the kick, swerves around. Cordner, that's something special, Boyd. Now Valentine Holmes puts a kick in. Couldn't have gone sweeter to Mannering. Now it's come away, and it's Wateni Zelezniak with the ball. A little bit of football there. So Nicarima now, he sprints through. Runs into Thurston and Cordner. Johnson. Who is that?
That's Proctor with it. Yeah, we've got the tape around. Looks different without the flowing hair. Speaking of, Adam Blair's got his tied up nicely.
Garima then 4-4 into Mannering. Mannering's got support, but the flick pass has gone behind. And Wateni Zelezniak is ridden over the top there by Ferguson. So back for Kenny Bromwich to kick.
Yeah. Got that wrong.
It might be a unique moment as Valentine comes back.
Well, it's a sign of something, isn't it? They just feel like they're losing touch a little bit. They've got to hang in here.
Al Meninga throwing on the starting front rowers, Andrew Fafita and David Clemmer. Back into the game, 10 minutes into the second half. Boyd Cordner again driving in behind to play the ball.
Al Meninga, of course, as I look at the green and gold going around here again tonight, the only player to make 4 kangaroo tours. In fact, I think I was at Ellen Road at Leeds for his last appearance. 15 metres out now from, there he is, the big fella. Now they go to the blind side. Cordner, nice work for a second row forward, but it's gone over the dead ball line. And so it'll come back for this 20-metre restart. And again, I repeat, with just 6 tackles. We're playing under international law. And that is Tuivasa-Sheck. 31 metres out, running into Andrew Fafita. Jordan Kahu. Gillett and Frizzell getting the job done. The second rowers. Bromwich. Kenny. So 4-0. I don't think that was meant for Kahu. Pass opened his rib cage up and he hit him, Michael Morgan. But I think it was meant really to come to Wateni Zelezniak. So Nicarima. And then Fulham chips it into the corner. And Boyd, as cool as ever, circles his way, or half circles his way back 10 metres out from the line. Ferguson running the decoy. This is Chambers, who was strong in the first half. Thurston for Fafita. Just outside 30 now. Yeah, Sunday, of course, you'll see City versus Country coming to you from Mudgee. It's a beautiful part of the world, and it's a lovely ground. It's a credit to the people of Mudgee. In fact, the whole town is. It's a lovely place to visit. As Cronk goes high, and Tuivasa-Sheck comes away. There's Josh Dugan with ice on that right-hand side of the face. Just outside 20 now, down the New Zealand end. That's Faray, taken down by Fafita. You heard the referee. Andrew gets a hand off the ball. There's Packer again, just outside his 40-metre line. Now for Jesse Bromwich, the captain. Johnson, Tuivasa-Sheck, off his right foot, off his left foot, off his right foot, and Johnson streaks through. Oh, from the ground level he's passed, but it's gone to Frizzell.
Offside.
But it's a penalty for offside.
It's only one
What about the footwork there of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck? Turned a couple of Australians inside out, found Sean Johnson, and now slows things down, telling his players what is on, what they want. Never a lot of time when you're trailing by 30.
Okay, mate. Thank you.
absence of Ben Hunt, Toby Mikarima is really getting a chance to shine. Here he is in top grade now, top company. That's him. Away it goes to Foran. Fires a bullet pass away. Johnson got Farah coming hard from the right. Tackled by Corden. Out from Kenny Brown. Back to Adam Blair. Cleaver and Clemmer dealing with him. Mikarima, Bromwich. Back to Mikarima. I'll go left. No, I won't. I'll go right. Now it's Johnson. Puts a kick in. And they're going to probably trap Boyd here. Yeah, Boyd trapped in goal.
We have plenty of rep football tomorrow out of Campbelltown too. We've got the Pacific Island representative part of the weekend. Cook Islands, we're playing PNG, Tonga, Fiji. England are out here to play against Samoa. And for those that can't get to those games, there is also a game between Lebanon and Malta on Saturday night at Cabramatta. They're playing for the Phoenician Cup. The 18s start at 5:30, the main game at 7:30. So that's Lebanon and Malta at Cabramatta on Saturday night. And then the City Country Sunday at Mudgee, which Rabbits has given 1,000 raps to, Mudgee. I'm going with you wherever you're going for lunch on Sunday. You've organised something, haven't you?
As Russell Packer brings the football back, some disturbing news coming out from the sheds. Josh Dugan possibly fractured his cheekbone.
It's terrible news.
Possible at the moment, but
Blair.
poor news for St George Illawarra in New South Wales, if that is the case.
So the Kiwis again, probing for the line. Johnson, Mannering's over. Did he get it down? Frizella's clapping, so I take it he didn't get it down. And he was standing right on top of it.
The defence tonight of Australia
I have tried.
has just been remarkable.
Confirm the ball does get on the ground, please, mate.
And they seem certain to score New Zealand. Somehow troops get there. Again, it's Gillett coming over the top. He lands short as Simon Mannering. And I don't think the ball touched the ground, although the call is try on the field.
We see that Simon Mannering gets into the goal with momentum, so there is no double movement involved. Now need to confirm the grounding.
I think Michael Morgan comes in and actually gets his hand underneath, but don't forget, on-field decision is try.
Yeah, and then it becomes pretty hard to see whether the point, in fact, touches the ground.
Based on a live decision of try, we have a decision and going to the board.
So
Green light coming.
it's going to be a try. New Zealand on the board, with Bernie Sutton in the bunker tonight, taking the on-field call from Matt Checken. So 30-4 with 15 minutes gone in the test match from here in Canberra. And Simon Mannering, the try scorer. Former captain Jordan Kahu, the goal kicker for the Kiwis. ...20 metres out and 10 metres in. And Kahu's very much a correct kicker. He seems to have wonderful confidence right through the art. Darren Lockyer sideline. It's 30-6 now.
Yeah, well, they've been threatening. As you look at Josh Dugan there, his night's over by the look of it. They've been threatening to score down that left edge all night, but, you know, nice little touch here from Sean Johnson. A few of his have gone dead tonight, but that one held up. That got them a repeat set, and they've been coming down this left edge a lot, focusing on Cooper Cronk's outside shoulder. This time, Gillett can't save the try, and on the Harvey Norman replay, a bit of a boost for the Kiwis.
Time your run, fellas.
So the Kangaroos then with the job of kicking off after a try. Knocked on by Chilvasa Shek. Referee said no, play on.
Really?
Well, that's what he called. Let's see if we can find... there it is there. Well, that's got to be a knock-on.
So critical at times, Ray, that we pull up too many situations where the ball's been knocked back, but I think that's the other way around.
Wow. So Johnson then taking the cavalry with him down the short side on the right of the ground. Faray played the ball. Johnson, he knows his runners are there, including Mannering, who's leading the chase. Then he got a bump out of the road. Boyd takes the ball and comes to ground. Then he was tackled in mid-air, but it doesn't apply when the ball is bouncing and you've taken it on the bounce. Keep in mind we are playing under that international law that you can't tackle on the fly, either attack or defence. But not when the ball bounces, it has no application. Here's Morgan, 35 metres out from his line. Now Frizzell. John Thurston kicking the ball down, and it's come off the hands and gone. Oh, he's thrown it back infield. This could be embarrassing, but he's got out of it. It's Jordan Rapana.
Well, he's knocked it on. He's tried to stop knocking it into touch. He's nearly thrown it back to the Australians, and then he's dived in field to save it. Now, how many times has he got to catch this? He knocks it on there. Now he's going to go over it. Why he's trying to keep it in field after he's knocked it on, I don't know. He does really well to get it back in the field to play. Only there's no one back there to get it, so he's got to race in to get it again. He's playing with himself.
In the manner of speaking.
Well, that was just the craziest 10 seconds in that man's life.
Yeah, I'll be taking a shortcut, boys.
Look at me, Rabs.
I'm just laughing after he knocked it on, why it was so desperate to get it back into the field to play.
Yeah, that's right. No, I take your point. That's probably not the funniest thing you've ever said. Here is Boyd, and now for Holmes. And he's taken down 3 metres out from the line.
Well, maybe just is the funniest.
Ferguson, and across to Cronk, and now to Clemmer. And they're 11 out from the line.
You know what I meant.
Of course we do. We're grown men.
You're giggling like school children.
Smith. Here's Fafita. Just a metre out from the line. Smith. Deep to Cronk. Oh, Boyd! He took it, but I could see this missile coming, and it was Kahu. And now Cronk gets it on to Merrin, who's back there. He's 10 metres out, probably 12, Trent. After they fling him down to the ground from the collar. And Thurston stabs it in. Rapana's first there, but it's gone over the dead ball line anyway. And Nicarima is, should I say, Rapana speeds back to the 20-metre line and takes the tap. 3/4 of the match is gone here in Canberra. Chirvasashek at 30-6 brings it back. Now for Jesse Bromwich.
Tamalolo back on for the last 20 minutes of this game. Nicarima has done a really good job, finds the man. Flicks it across to Kieran Ford, looking for a man back inside, no one comes.
Good effort by Kieran, you know. He hasn't had a lot of football. And here he is taking on the #1 team in the world. And he's matching it with them. There's no reason to focus all the blame on Kieran Foran. He's playing very well for a man on a limited preparation. This is Rapana. And he's lost the ball in the tackle. Checken says play on. Chambers with the ball for Australia. Ferguson. Zealand, their only points coming in this second half at the 56th minute of the game. Simon Mannering getting a try. David Clemmer. Shannon Boyd and Aaron Woods unable to make it tonight because of injury.
There it is again, fourth tackle. Cameron Smith, look at the line of green and gold jumpers confronting Jordan Rapana. There'll be some New Zealand players who won't be back by the third tackle.
Tuivasa-Sheck. Wasn't hard to work out for the dummy half who to give it to. There was probably only one that was anywhere near ready to take a run. Watene Zelezniak. Love watching him run. Jesse Bromwich. Part of that juggernaut in Melbourne. And leading the comp, and they're giving every indication that the Provan Summons Trophy might be heading south of the border again. Ferguson, good chase on this. Mannering,
foot out.
There's been a foot come out under the tackle of Mannering. Ferguson. This is Checken, the referee, who I've sung his praises pretty much all season long because he's really been down and out, but he's back now and he's the #1 referee.
And I've enjoyed the fact we've got one referee tonight.
Yeah, it is good, isn't it?
It is good. It just looks cleaner, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not as busy. It's not as frantic. It's not as, you know. These top referees, they can do it all themselves.
Shortcut here, guys. Shortcut, same line with the pass, please.
The scrum will go down 20 in and 10 out.
And the Kiwis have all their backline members to the right-hand side of the scrum.
Nicarima it is, who swings it across to Johnson. Johnson away to Tuivasa-Sheck, and he is over. That's 10 tries at test level for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
Well, it comes after a pinpoint kick from Kieran Foran. Great pressure from Simon Mannering. And then a nice backline play that gets Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the outside of his defender.
Well, they certainly haven't given up, the New Zealanders. They've had a spring in their step since half-time, and they were looking at 24-0 at that time. It's now 30-10, but as I said, they're playing with exuberance. And here's Roger Tuivasa-Sheck coming back, having a long chat with Dallin Watene Zelezniak. 10th try at test level, as I said in the description of the try for Tuivasa-Sheck. His 12th test match. And now for Kahu. This is a test for him. He's 8 in, 20 out. There it goes. Looks simple, doesn't it? Put that in your family album. Jordan Kahu. So, Darren, a comment from you.
Yeah, Sean Johnson, he loves to zip across the field. But in this instance, he had that straight runner, and that's what he's looking for. You see here, he actually gets across 3 defenders, and the one short runner that holds up Chambers that allows Tuivasa-Sheck to get on the outside of Thurston. He's so dangerous when he comes across field with his speed, but he does need that straight run, and that's what happened on that occasion.
Talking of speed, you had some of it in there. There was a multiplication of speed, this fellow, and of course,
Time you
Johnson.
run, fellas.
Love watching Sean Johnson play. I sometimes wonder whether he realises how good he is. I think the fact that he's got Foran with him now is going to help him. Do you agree with that, Pete?
Yeah, this should be the time that he really is in his prime. He's experienced now, mid-20s. been around a while and really should be playing his best football for the seasons to come.
Here is Foran. Put his nose through the gap, and then he looked for a runner on left and right, and it disappeared. Mannering away, Johnson on, Taumalolo. Conspicuous by his frame. He's such a big man, but he's got a big baggy pair of shorts on. Away it goes now for Johnson. And, oh, batted down. He put a kick on it before it hit the ground. Now they rake it back. Oh, that was as close as you come to absolute miracle. My God. Well, that was nearly indescribable. There's a bat down from Rapana. The kick is legal as far as I can see. It might have bounced on the dead ball line, but apart from that, it was still alive.
He doesn't give up Jordan Rapana, does he?
That's just fascinating stuff. Talk about athleticism. These blokes absolutely blow me away.
I think it's a realisation, Ray, too, and I don't know if it was the case for many years where the ball has to touch the ground on the outside.
Absolutely.
I think everybody just gave up on it, but then when it was pulled up once, we thought, well, hang on.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, the one that sticks in our mind, obviously, is the one at the Sydney Cricket Ground, is Jonathan Thurston. Drives it down into the in goal.
Well, look at Thurston, an example for every youngster playing the game. He puts the kick in, perfect weight on it, but more importantly, he chases, he puts everybody on side. And so it's with Rapana now. Some of the things they do, guys.
They certainly are.
Let's talk about that try at the Sydney Cricket Ground in the international involving Greg Inglis. Interesting to see at half-time here, Greg Inglis having a chat with Will Chambers. Just going through a few things with him before Mal Meninga gave the team his talk. I think Matt Scott has come down as well.
There's the other front rower that I left out of a comment earlier, Boyd. And of course, Matt, the other one of the trio with Aaron Woods. So Ferguson. Now for Holmes. .22 metres out. That's Chambers. Wide shot for you. That's where they were coming out from, just outside the 30-metre line. And Trent Merrin in there getting buffeted around. Comes away to Fafita. Out he goes the back to Thurston, but Foran right on top of Jonathan. Wraps him up, ball and all. Cronk puts a kick hard, point on point. And Tapau is about to come into the game. If you're a Telstra mobile customer, you can stream the NRL live, fast and data-free as part of your Telstra mobile plan and select recharges. Download the NRL official app now. Telstra, of course, the major sponsor of our game with the Telstra Premiership. Cooper Cronk bound for Sydney. With who will he play? Or with whom will he play? Or will he play? Nikarima getting the ball away. This is the Tennies Lesniak. 30-metre line. Nikarima thought he saw a little opening that he might have been able to get through. To the blind side. That's Ken Bromwich. Johnson. Tapau. Taumalolo. Taumalolo. Oops. Gillett got him. Now Johnson. Right side play. Ken Bromwich. And so
over there, boys.
It's a changeover. What's those matches you read out earlier, big fella?
Whole fellas, wait,
Those
come on, wait.
other matches on it. Do you say Campbelltown?
Campbelltown
Wait,
tomorrow.
fellas,
Cook
wait.
Islands play PNG. Tonga play Fiji. And England play Samoa.
There'll be 3 good games. Gus, the Samoan side is very more than competitive in that final, man.
Well, England will have to be very, very good to beat them. Very good.
Fafita playing it on the 30-metre line. Thaiday. Cooper Cronk with a limp coming off. Has England chosen a strong side? Have you seen it? Pete, Gus?
Well, it's a good side. No Gareth Widdop hurts them.
Tuivasa Sheck.
The Samoan side is chock full of NRL experience and very good players. That'll be excuse the pun, but it will be a real test.
Here's Rapana, fend, give. Bromwich got the ball on. Faray. He was like a tow truck there, pulling a player along there with him. It was Chambers. And here is Rapana again. Now Johnson again. Now Jesse Bromwich. Johnson. Out it comes to Foran. Chance. Goes in one side, comes out the other with Mannering. 10 metres out from the line. 5 gone. To the right side, to the middle. Kick by Foran, very purposeful. But Chambers is equal to it.
Yeah, the England team tomorrow, the Burgess brothers are playing. Sam and Thomas. James Graham's playing. I'll just read out the NRL players. The interesting ones was Chris Hyington.
Chris McQueen's playing as well,
Chris
I think.
McQueen's playing. Zach Hardacre, who had some time out here with the Panthers last year, is playing. And the rest are all from the English Super League.
So Merrin 35 metres out from the New Zealand line. And Thurston chipping it down into the corner where it's taken by Tuivasa Sheck. 75 minutes of the match gone. 30-12 the score. So New Zealand have won the second half if they ring the bell now. Comment sideline, Darren?
Yeah, just an update there on Cooper Cronk. He came off for a rest, but he's actually got ice on his left knee. But I did ask him, and he did give me the thumbs up. So I think he'll be fine.
Okay, so here's Jesse Bromwich. It's Cooper.
Yeah, and obviously with Cooper coming off, Michael Morgan slotted straight into 5'8" alongside Jonathan Thurston.
Knock on, and advantage goes to Australia.
Will Chambers.
It all became mixed up there between Johnson and another player. Here's Valentine Holmes. He's almost been derobed as it comes across for Smith. Then for Fafita, Mannering up in his face. Tapau takes him to grave. Trebojevic. Here's Morgan linking to Boyd. Boyd pushes away one, steps from another, off that right foot. Now he goes across the ground. Now he... Oh! Frizzell has been put down by Faray with an absolute corker. Here's Thurston now, getting it away. It's played by Chambers. Smith. Thurston, rubber kick from Fafita. He dives on the ball. The referee is going to have a look via the bunker.
Six, mate.
But I think Andrew is scoring. No, he's put He's put the no try up.
Well, he should score. And Australia do love scoring a late try in a test match.
Kick chase is onside.
Obviously, it's just whether he regathers it. No, he's lost it.
There's no downward
See,
pressure
Andrew
on
Fafita
that.
has lost possession of the ball in the in goal. Have a decision and going to the board.
Just wait.
Well, he's a fibber.
To his credit, he does sell it.
He's a fibber.
Quick, Isaac.
What about this hit?
20-metre
Dean
boys.
Faro.
We've got time out.
Bang! As Gus would say, get that into you.
There's a bit of Steve Maddie in that.
Tyson Frizzell on the end of it.
Yeah, Dean's coming off a really bad knee reconstruction last year. Had a bad knee injury and just been feeling his way through the first bit of the competition. I think tonight will give him a lot of confidence.
New Zealand trying to push that ball. There he is. He's not what you'd call a huge man. Frizzell is much bigger than him, but he just got him at exactly the right time.
Yeah, those tackles are all about timing, aren't they? Sometimes you see the smaller man come up because they just get the timing right, unlike that occasion with Sean Johnson being pressured by the Australian defence once again, ball coming loose.
Well, if Australia doesn't score here, New Zealand have actually won the second half. They lead 12-6 since the break. Look at this Samoa team tomorrow night. Peter Matautia, Ken Mamalo, Joseph Leilua, Tim Laffey, Antonio Winterstein, Anthony Milford, Faumanu Brown, Sam Cassiano, Kaiser Pritchard, Junior Paulo, Sione Matautia, Suaso Su, Josh Maguire, John Asiata is on the bench. Leeson Armau's on the bench.
Thanks, Cam.
Bunty Afoa, go Bunty. And Sway Matung.
It's a very good side, and I have to say Gus was very good phonetically taking us through
He
that.
sounded like Billy Birmingham.
And we found another pronunciation for the Matautia brothers as well.
Matthew Utah's gone again. Matautia. Oh my God, that was brilliant, Gus.
They'll be hard to beat.
A team like that, they'll have to be hard to beat. I'd hate to be calling it. Here is Gillett. Now he's short by a couple. 30-12. 90 seconds to go in the game. Some of his best work, the big fella from Penrith. Now for Morgan. Well, come on. So Michael eventually thinks he sees something to go through, and they tackle him and put him down. 10 metres away from the line. And it's over for Thurston. Then he goes short. Frizzell. The strain on this man is leading by 18 points, but he's still desperate to get it over the line. Again. Well, this has come out to Michael Morgan. They've nullified the tackle count, and Foran has taken him to ground. There's 45 seconds. The Kangaroos, can they put one more on the board? Merrin shovels it down to Trebojevic. I thought he was in for a second, but the New Zealand defence closed up on him. And so Smith then goes behind two. Thurston goes behind two. And now it's Boyd. He's 9 out. And we're 15 seconds from full time. Thurston shoves it over to Fafita. Fafita gets it away, but is going back the other way. And Trebojevic dives on it with a matter of seconds remaining. Smith, the dummy half, takes it ahead, gets it off to Morgan. Morgan got the ball to Ferguson. Ferguson got a ball to Thaiday. Thaiday gets it away. Gone to Trebojevic, gone to Thurston. It's gone past Fafita, picked up by Boyd. They're not going to give up. Boyd puts a kick in. It might be a try. It might be a try here for Valentine.
He doesn't like it, Valentine.
Bernard, tackle 5, mate. No try. Confirm it's not gone, please.
Kick chase is onside.
So what went wrong, sir? Yeah, he's had a
So
little
the ball's
knock
been
on.
knocked on. Have a decision and going to the board.
Sometimes you pray these things would turn out to be tries, but we've just lost something that really was entertaining stuff to watch.
Yeah, well, Australia were far too classy in the first half. 20 took 4-0 at half-time. It was a clinical display. But to New Zealand's credit, they've won the second half 12-6. Now it's whether or not they can build on that and their combination leading to the World Cup at the end of the year. It's a long way away. Players have got to get through the rest of the season, and these teams might look